Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 11:11. I'm going to be on later with Allie over at Heart and Soul Connected. We love to do double numbers. And so Allie and I meet up on 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, etc. I feel like today and all the circumstances happening around out there in the collective, I'm excited to see what Tuta has to say about 11:11. And that will be at after this. It's at 11 Pacific time. So if you guys have time to check that out with Allie, that's going to be really fun. And welcome to any new people out there. My name is JJ, and Brenda's looking forward to that. Yeah. My name's JJ. I studied at the Shamanic Energy Medicine School, taught by or run by Alberto Vialdo, and that school is called the Four Winds. If you ever want to look that up, they have online classes too. If you can't make it to one of their 3 locations around the world to study with them, the online courses I hear are pretty phenomenal, as well as the in-class ones. Also, I've been working with these spirit beings who are going to be helping us out today called Tuta. Back in 2014, I was in the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas. Arkansas is a pretty magical place. There's a lot of crystals in the ground. It has connections to Atlantis. It's something you might want to Google is the spiritual stuff that happens in Arkansas. And so anyways, these spirit beings, Tuta, I was in the Ozark Mountains in June of 2014, started having heart issues, found out, this is the short version, found out I went to the ER and then ambulance to a bigger ER. Found out with one of my mentors that I was experiencing a soul wound for the Trail of Tears. And so I looked up the Trail of Tears and where they came through. And when they moved me from the smaller hospital through with the ambulance to the bigger hospital, that's like where I think four trails came through. So that's when I started having heart issues. I'm all good now, thanks to cryoablation and working on my spirit stuff. Later in December of that year is when Tuta emerged. So that's what can happen when you start working on your stuff. It's sometimes life can hit you, or spirit can hit you over the head with a spiritual 2x4 when it's time to do something. And that was my spiritual 2x4, was the heart issues. It made me step out of a business that I was doing for 17 years successfully. And so I sold that and we moved. It was a big change. It didn't all happen at once, but that was like the beginning of it. Also, I've taken Reiki classes, and I want to talk to you guys today about your spiritual communities, because we have this beautiful spiritual community here, full of loving, caring people. We may not all agree on on some things out there, and I feel like that's what humans are all about, is finding your own way. But I do know that we are kind and we are caring, and you can really be yourself here. And that's what Reiki started for me. That was my catalyst into all of this. It's the gateway spiritual drug, if you will. Reiki's really easy. It's something I had wanted to do forever, but I thought it was going to be this big thing. It doesn't cost that much. It's not time consuming, and you can just go for a Reiki 1 class where you get these things called attunements, where it's just kind of opens up this stream, if you will, of universal energy. that you can heal yourself and you can do hands-on healing with others. If you choose to do Reiki 2, that's really fun. For me, being an empath, Reiki 2 was a game changer for me, because you get attuned and you learn these symbols. And the symbol for Reiki 2 is the long distance, where you don't have to be in the same room with somebody. You can send it. And being that my family did not live in the same state that I did, it was really helpful to help family. You can send it to, as long as you have permission, you can send it to anyone. But you could also, one of my favorite things to do is to really focus on where there's energy imprints of like something big that happened, like a battle, a massacre, anything like that. Maybe even some things I don't even know, but I pick up when I'm traveling, that there's this energetic imprint here in the earth from humans. And I really like doing Reiki in those places, and trying to lift that imprint and send it where it needs to go, and not be collected there. So I really recommend looking around for a local Reiki class, because that's how I built my spiritual community, was taking a class and finding people who are like-minded. So I highly recommend that. And I also want to talk about, before we get into the journey, I want to talk about being a physical empath. There's all sorts of different, if you look at the different types, just Google the different types of empaths. There's all sorts of them. There's one like mechanical empaths. Like I remember one time we would drive these trucks and trailers, and in part of my job, my business, and I would be tapping in, and I knew that we were going to lose a tire somehow, some way. They wouldn't tell me like how we were going to lose like the wheel, if it was on the trailer or the truck. But they said like it's going to happen. And so we got to this event that we were setting up for, and the tire on we sold pizza at a large outdoor events, and the tire came off on one of our pizza ovens. And so they thought that was really funny, because they didn't tell me. They thought that was hilarious, the spirit world, because the whole time I was expecting it to come off the trailer. But there's also the physical empaths, where you feel it physically. And our friend here, Richie, that's how he feels it, and that's how I feel it. And really honoring, if you're in a good space where you can really honor if you're feeling something, and it's not yours, and that takes some fine tuning, is to just really focus on the feeling itself, and just honoring it and acknowledging it. Even if you say something out loud like, "Hi, I can feel this. And even though I'm not sure if this is mine or if it's somebody else's, I'd like the volume of this to be turned down, or to go away. I understand." And that's just something you can do. But one thing, Richie, in this community, we went on a walk in Sedona, and he's explained it over on his channel, Richie's Reach. When you're walking or driving, as an empath, you might pick up these pockets of emotion. And I really like to think of it as honoring the energy that's there. And so I would be driving down the road and just start crying. My husband would look over and be like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "It's okay. It's just an energy pocket." And I would either have him pull over, or it's okay to just cry as I was like driving through it. I would just listen to what really needed to be done. And so that's what Richie and I did on our walk, is you can pick up these pockets of energy, is how I would call it, these energetic imprints. So I'm just doing a little bit of talking about spirit and sensitivity because I didn't know about this stuff when I was I don't know, like probably 30 and younger. So it's just nice to have a conversation about that. So if you know somebody that gets emotional and you feel like it's for no reason, they might be an empath. And you might be an empath, and just take some gentle, loving care to really feel those feelings as they come through, but also make sure that you're more of a screen when those things come through, um, and not somebody who holds on to them and tries to understand it, because that will drive you crazy. Just pretend that you're a screen. The window was open and you have a screen, and those feelings are coming through. That's the advice that's worked for me, and I hope it works for you guys. I just want to welcome the community before we start. We've got our friend Richie and La Luna. Hi. We've got Brenda at Imagine With Me Shamanic Journeys. Brenda's one of those too where it's just like the shamanic stuff found her, emerged through her, and she honored that and practiced. So that's Brenda at Imagine With Me Shamanic Journeys. We've got Amanda Carroll in Paisley. Good morning. Jewel of the Tarot and Fogo Pogo. I'm going to be on Fogo Pogo's channel, everybody. Woo woo wonderment. That's going to be really fun. She's going to ask me some questions, and we're going to do some fun. We're just going to play. I know with her, we're just going to play. Spirit play. We've got Rose Blue. Okay. Then we've got, I'm reading what you wrote, Rose Blue. I'm just pausing on a community member here. I really love what Rose Blue is saying something, and then said, I've already gone through my feelings on this, and on the certain situation, and I love that. I love the sharing of it, and then saying that you've already, you went through your feelings on this. I think it's pretty important, especially when it comes, and I don't know the whole story, Rose Blue. But what I will say is that when it comes to family, my mom taught me this, that, and it took my mom, this only happened probably within the last 10 years, is that stepping away from a family member just so you can both be healthy is really honoring yourself and taking care of yourself. So I just want to say it's really hard. And society hasn't really taught us, like, it's always like blood is blood and family is family, but really to honor your well-being, sometimes you need to step away from family members. Yeah. And then also Rose Blue says that they were more sensitive in the past. And let me just see. I want to see, Rose Blue, what Tuta has to say about that. How our sensitivities change. So Rose Blue, they are showing me that they're showing me when I'm asking about how our sensitivities change for you specifically, is it did shift, and that's how it was in the beginning of being sensitive. They showed me like this arc, and that part was, we got goosebumps. So that part was down here, as far as the sensitivities go. Pa anutia ma kupa mama ishatia pa yapa 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 tatu toma mama ishtata kwa yewa. And they're showing me the cutting motion, which means that you have, let's just say, trimmed the fat, so to speak, on some things in your life. They think that's hilarious. Because I was like, cutting cords? Like, no, they're like, you've trimmed the fat. So, yeah. So good job with all of the care that you've taken. I'm sure that wasn't really easy, trimming the fat. Okay, I was saying hi to everybody. Okay, we've got core and Jane the Seeker. Oh, Jane the Seeker says, I'd love to get back to my channel, but I'm weak and you're out there doing a lot. She says that she'll be back and pray when I do, I'll be able to do collaborations again. And you feel, I understand feeling left out. I took a break from some collaborations. So I just do this right now, and I miss it too. Let me see. Who else do we have here? Oh, Rossi's here. Hi, Rossi. And welcome to all the people not in the chat as well. And yeah, one thing, since we're just sharing about spiritual stuff, I also want to talk about scanning, because this is something, it's really fun to practice, whether you're a Reiki practitioner or not. But you can get, I just searched for outlines, human outlines. And so what you can practice doing, and do it in a really playful way, like you can even get a box of crayons, or you don't even need a writing utensil, but it's just like you just go ahead and you take this outline of the human being and think of a person. It can be you, or you can practice with a friend or a child or a mother or whatever. And you can just kind of scan each other and see what you can come up with. It's just a really fun way to start. And I really love that. So I wanted to share that too. Fogo uses a teddy bear to scan when you're thinking of somebody. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Alrighty then. So we are going to go ahead and start. We're doing something different here. How it's going to go forward until it changes again. We're going to do Reiki at the end of this. So you guys can add, if you have permission from the person, you can add that person in. You can either do it privately, like on a piece of paper or in your heart space, just knowing that you're adding that person because you have their permission to do the Reiki or send Reiki to them. But we'll just do a group thing at the end. And then that way, if anybody needs to leave and start their day, they've already put their person in or put themselves in. And that's how we're going to do it going forward. So that will be we're going to do that right at the end. And so you can go ahead and put anybody in there that you have permission. And you can do it next Monday too. Just make sure that you have permission from that person. And that's how energy works. But you could also do it to a situation, like if you wanted to have a better relationship with somebody in your life, or step out of a relationship with somebody in your life. That's you. So you can go ahead and put that in or think about it. Okay. So we're gonna just chit chat with Tuta and see what kind of healing journey we can go on, or whatever they want to share with us. And I will be on with Allie at 11 o'clock Pacific time when we talk about the 1111 portal, which I'm really excited about. So if everybody could just take a breath in and release, a breath in and release, and one more. Find yourself here and now. Just giving yourself permission to have your mind only be here, if that's possible. Just having a moment for yourself in this crazy world. It's like when you might get up early, or stay up later than everybody else, and you just have this nice quiet moment for you. And see if your body can adjust, whether you're aware or unaware of anything that you're holding physically. Just ask your body, how can I be more comfortable in this position I'm in right now? Good. And then we will ask, if this is in your best and highest good. I can see them bringing in this beautiful current of energy. And you can decide with this beautiful current of energy if you'd like to just put your finger in it, bathe in it, hop over it and be playful, or be childlike and put like a branch or a stick and just see how far it goes down this current. It's really beautiful. It has a frequency. And just like how it works in a river, is there are some obstacles in the way, some rocks, and in the current they're showing me right now, it's flowing past those easily, right here and right now. So any conflicts or situations that you do have, or maybe other people have them, and you're one of those empaths that hold space for them. Just know that the current is flowing past them right now, for this moment, for you to be here completely. And they love nature, so they're just like, just imagine you're right here by this stream, and you're the artist, so you get to create. What does it look like? Where are you sitting? Are you standing? What does the ground look like? Is it day? Is it night? Are there birds, turtles? Really paint this picture of you sitting by the stream. I see butterflies for somebody. I also see the life cycle of the butterfly. I'm seeing like the chrysalis. It's almost like they're explaining like this current is like the life cycle. Ato na matu apako yawa nano ye tiama kopa ershamatia Anuta. Etita mushtata. Relax by the river, my children. Tiatuno titita bakosha yatiawa. Get your feet bare. Kotama batiti tanano moshiwa tiama yewa. Push your heels in the dirt. Just see how that feels. Yatuye or the rocks. Yanota or the grass. Yapa yetita. Remember as children when we would push the dirt with our heels, and we would play with the dirt in our hands as we sat there on the earth. Anu ka yawa ka yewa ka Yatu mamashita, yawa, yawa. And it's hypnotizing to be with the dirt in our hands, sitting there, kuye, kuye, and hearing this lovely current, utiti, 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 katma shawa. They're inviting the winged ones, yeti, kao, shema, tiawa, sparrow, kuti, 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 crow, raven, tiawa, tiawa, the owl, makoche, matiawa, manui, katiti, katiti, amashtawa, mamama, yiwa, nue, shewa, the butterflies, ya, tia, the dragonfly, manuna, koshewa, na, yewa. Wake up, palmama, tutita mashtata. It's our time at the river. Wake up, little ones. Yewa, yewa, kotita. Anudiama jawa. Come and visit with us. Yatyu namama mashtata. Here by the river. Kotano ba sheba tiama ko eshewa. The fish, the turtles. Yatu, yatu. The tadpoles. It is the cycle. Manuna no ka washawa. Yeba, yewa. They are talking about the family. They're like, think of it as the fish. Some of the fish need to swim away. Go find different pool of water. And they're talking about like how spiritual water can be. Go to a pond or a pool or an eddy in the river where you can breathe and be yourself. And sometimes that means we need to swim away. And that also means others might swim away. But that's their story, even though that can be emotional when someone else swims away. That's their story. It's like explorers and adventurers. How stifling it would feel if you had to be in this same pool all the time. Sometimes for the stories you need to walk the stories. You need to go somewhere other than where you are. And they're talking about us as a spiritual community. We have this beautiful imagination where we can go places but still be here. I watched The Walking Dead for a little while, and one of my favorite quotes or whatever is it was this this place called the Kingdom, and the person from this kingdom was saying, what if you could stay and go? And that's kind of what we do here in this community spiritually. We can stay, but we can also travel. So they're poking fun at me for that. I actually have a t-shirt that says it. And they really want, just for a little exercise and playful fun, all lighthearted, is to just look at this stream, however it is you've created it in your imagination, whether you see something or whether you don't see something, just sitting with this idea of this current of patma, to a frequency of sound, of water, and just sit with the river and see if you can relax, and just see if anything else comes up, bubbles up, surfaces, or goes down the river. Tatuta, tatuta. Now I have my friend here. This is, while we do this exercise, this is a turtle shell my mom found when she lived on Lake Champlain. She'd always send them to me. And then and then I give them to somebody, they clean them, and they make rattles out of them. So my mom found 3. So my sister, my mom, and I all have one. They want me to play this rattle, but can you guys just tell me, can you hear it? I don't want it to be too loud. Yeti tamashe, come play by the river. What do you see? What do you hear? Aye tamashe maye. Bao bao kaye. Yeti tatu kaye. Atsuma. Eshe tama ye tama okai. Taoshawa. Aye wa. Mae taokaye. Ashitaye tamashiwai. Tanumawa shmatyawa yama koye nano yena namashita tamako. Anu antashanaka. She rises from the water, anuka, anuka, Jyanota, and she takes our face in her hands. Jyanota tatatanata, matui. Tutama. Manunoko. She opens the current within us. It's gentle, but you can feel the rocks rolling in the water from the undercurrent of her. Auntu na goestetinaga yiwaka kaye. Yanu anu tiopa yanu tanko iti anu shanana yanaka yetianu anu tiamama shananako yeti. Anatianu titi mama kota yanuti. Amako iwai yai anu ina shimakoki. Tiano takoya. Tianui na mama ushana. Riato tiano. And the other hands are placed, one on your back, some on your shoulders. Utiti manushka tiako tiana tiatiato no kota. Yano tiama. They're drawing something on your back. Patuti tanukamo kushta nakoti tanako ashtatanaye waka yeka. Tatanaka eanu shanuti atuta ankuiti ananananananana stita onananananana katatata shtita kuiwa mautuya shtatanana yewa No tata no naikiano kapao shawa 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 shawa. Tiu tiamoku. Ngotia, ngotia, nyoka, ota, eshepama, uka. Talking about what it is you're going to birth, what it is you're bringing to life. Uya, anuta, holding your belly and your back. Uka, yetia, makoshawa, seeing those seeds grow. Unuta, toka, makopashe, atotano, papapate, tiana, washamawa. Kutania matia tanako yo natia tiano doko ka moshe natia ma titono ka pa yewa feeling the energy mato katu atitano tuto baba bago na bawa shematia manu no ko je bai nato ka anotiawa mato ka tia ashamai ya no tiana no ko yatia nyata 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 tia junko shenang kuyama nyan 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 Mano na 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 no 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 na 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 na. Tita ma wa shema tia tia to no ko ka to no 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 shita tia 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 ma te to mama ko shema ko shema ko shema ko shema ko shema ko shema tia tia pa shaba ti ano na na mama ko sheba tia sheba ta ma tia ma ko sheba how fun it has been by the river atita na mama sheba tia 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 ma ko sheba group hug. Ato no 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 yeah. Yen 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 Tiano mastitano kapapaye pawashiwa. Tiano no 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 Atuta. Yeah, no more Yetita, yetita, the great bird is blowing. Kuta, tuta, their wings. Yetita, matuta, 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 brushing you off. Pa, ma, ushewa, with their wings. No, 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 papa, shewa, mama. And they're showing you their belly and vulnerability. Oh, the trust. Yetita, yetita. Mama, shema, and of course, the turtles are coming up on the bank. Manuna mama kopa. Yay, tita. Yay, tita. With their wisdom. Pa koka ota oshewa. And how their shells tell the story. Some are banged up. Manu. Some are fresh. Yay da. Bawa. Some are empty. Alkoti, the life cycle. Anutiaba. Maniama shewa kiawa she. Ye na na no tia tia nyo momo shtatana kama shewa. Ye tanu mama mashtata katita na 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 kashewa kashewa. Tita. But and feeling these people helping the spirit beings, helping the animals. Just a little bit stepping away slowly because they love seeing you. Tita, someone's holding their hands on your feet, just really sending love and connection. Tatu, 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 tatu. Tiamako, shewa. What a pleasure. Manu koposhamau. Don't forget the frogs. Yatu, yatu. And seeing them Stepping away further and further. Patuti tanaga ditama shawa. Visit anytime. Pama shuma papayewa. This is your place. Tatu gamashawa. And if anybody wants to stay in that beautiful energy, go ahead and step out of this live stream and be with it. And this is also where I'm going to be starting sending the Reiki to the people who have given their permission. Anota pako anota ma tutino mama ko tatatumba pako ashanatia ko ai opa atana ko ashmatia wa yama unko ashtapatya amata ashtatano ka ayanata yano tamako rishe ishe matua ma pao ko yewa yanoti anota ashtatanaka ishmatia wa anui anui. Just bringing in that beautiful Reiki energy. To where it's invited. We do have helpers here today, always. Energizing you. It can be so tiresome out there. And if you've given permission or open to healing, opening ourselves up. They're giving a little advice to look at the people in our lives as characters in our stories, see if that changes and shifts anything. These characters in your story. Whew. You can also energetically put anything or anyone that you're ready to let go of fully on an airplane and see them on their way. um, I can hear that it's a fully packed flight. Thinking about our mental wellness. If we take the medicines for anything for our mental wellness, just seeing those completely charged up with love. Seeing our vehicles. And you can figure out what vehicles means for you, but just seeing them um, fully charged and ready to go. And protected from the people who might be distracted out there. I feel like some people are stretching time so they can have some extra time with whatever they would like to be with. Stretching some time so you can be with what you need to be with. If you feel like you don't have time, this is you stretching it. And closing it off, fully stepping back into your body. Kuta, 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 kuta. What a beautiful journey, but we're stepping out of it. Woo! Thank you to everybody being here. I will be on with Allie at 11 Pacific time talking about the 1111 portal. You are invited. You're invited to watch this. Come back and visit this anytime that you would like. If you want to hang out by the river, or you already know the way, so you don't have to watch it here. You can actually just go there. And it was a pleasure sharing this energy with you guys today. Paisley says that their neck area is tingling. Yeah, I'm tingling all over. Paisley says, leaving on a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. That's perfect. And Sharon, thank you for putting my website up. This is, I mean, it was under my name, but if you guys, this is our lovely Sharon. She helps out. The website is tutaspeaks.com. There are some, I put up a few appointment types, and yeah, you can go check it out. If you go to services, there's some new things there. And it was a pleasure. I hope you guys are all well, and have the best 11/11 Monday ever. Bye, everybody.